Hey guys, it's Asus McDonald here. Thanks for listening to the show. Thanks for tuning into the show from time to time. And thank you for your feedback. Thank you for the reviews. It means a lot. And if you haven't subscribed to the show yet, go ahead, take a few seconds, click on that subscribe button. I don't want you guys missing out on any valuable information, whether that comes from interviews, tips, tricks, advice, you name it. Don't want you guys missing on any valuable information. And if you've been a loyal listener, one, thank you for listening to our podcast show. There's thousands, maybe millions of podcast shows out there. And the fact that you chose us is awesome. So thank you for that. And I would greatly appreciate it too if you guys left us a 5-star rating. Just hit the 5-star, submit, and that would be awesome because that triggers the algorithm to reach a wider audience, which we're all about reaching a wider audience right now, okay? Now, before we jump into this topic, how to get customer reviews to increase your sales and traffic, there are a lot of entrepreneurs, there's a lot of marketing professionals that have not yet set up the company on maybe the right review platform, or it's not set up at all. So I want to talk about the top review platforms your business needs to be on, okay? Number 1, Google My Business. Number 2, Yelp. Number 3 is Amazon. Number 4 is Trustpilot. Now I want to break down a little bit. Google My Business, I'm not sure if it was a YouTube video on this, and I put that on my YouTube channel, or this was a previous podcast episode, but Google My Business and Yelp, Yelp has a more strict algorithm where you could have a legit 35 customers and you send them the link and only 3 of those customers, like say all 35 reviewed your service or product, Google My Business will display all 35 of those customers if they all write them. Yelp might only display 3 or 5 because they have a lot of factors that go into place with the customer reviews. So that can be frustrating, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're a marketing professional, and you have a lot of things to focus on. You're wearing multiple hats, especially with marketing. You marketers out there wear multiple hats and have a lot of campaigns, have a lot of strategy in place. Entrepreneurs, you're definitely wearing a lot of hats. Maybe, running more than one business or one department, right? So Google My Business, Google is just the biggest search engine out there, right? So you can't go wrong with Google My Business. I personally love Google My Business because you can post on there. It's its own social media platform in itself, pretty much. You can post like you're going to post on Facebook and do a regular post. You can post that if you have a local business. It's great for storefront businesses, and it definitely improves your sales, your SEO. It brings more traffic to your website, Google My Business. Now with Yelp, Yelp is good. I've been against Yelp, so I know there's a lot of people that just don't like Yelp, don't like all the salespeople that contact them like hundreds of times. But with Yelp, I would still be against them too. I have a free plan. I think you can just create a business, without paying. And I don't recommend paying for Yelp ads unless you have a strong argument about that. But that's on a previous podcast episode. If not, it's on my YouTube channel for sure, because I remember doing a YouTube video for that on why businesses shouldn't be paying for Yelp ads. But just to stay focused on this topic, right? Yelp is good. Even though I was against it, I was getting a lot of great feedback from my industry partners in the marketing industry. And they were saying that, there's headaches where, you have someone that's just spamming and is just writing fake reviews just to knock out knock you down, the rating scale. It might even be your competitors that just do really shady stuff. And then Yelp pretty much is like, well, we can't do anything about it because it's all about the user feedback, right? And that's frustrating. I totally get that, especially when you're working hard, working your tail off to build something amazing. And you get things like that try to knock you down and that really just paint a negative image of your company, of the business. So I totally get that. The flip side of Yelp, I started a Yelp account for my business, GRM Web Marketing, and I ended up getting more leads that were sending me inquiries. And I didn't really expect that from Yelp. I expected more from Google My Business. Google My Business is phenomenal because I feel like it improved our SEO a lot more. And it was just different. And they're both different algorithms too, right? So if someone Google search, which to me, I feel if they're going to look for our services, which is website development, website design, website maintenance, they're more inclined to go to Google and search that. And what happens is they see all the reviews from Google My Business, they're reading it, they're doing a lot of research, and it builds the trust of those leads. Now they're prospective customers, right? Now they're going to check out our website. And that is great from an online presence point of view. Yelp, I think we only have like 5 reviews, Again, it took me a while to start the Yelp account just because I just didn't like the way they ran things internally and just hearing a lot of negative feedback from Yelp customers that even pay for ads, right? They'll try it for a period and it's just a really bad experience. And I've had Yelp salespeople just reach out to me numerous times. But with Yelp, I didn't even expect this to happen, but I ended up getting more inquiries, kind of like text messages, because they can submit for proposal, and I would go back and forth with them. Sometimes because we would have info@grmwebmarketing.com, right, or general email for inquiries, and I added that to our Yelp account, and we would get emails that said, "Hey, saw your company, your website design company on Yelp. We definitely need website design and ongoing website maintenance," which is awesome. And to me, I got more positive things coming from Yelp than negative. And I think it's because I'm not paying for Yelp ads. Because now that I reflect and think about it, it's coming to my mind that a lot of my industry partners, a lot of marketing professionals that have spoke negatively about Yelp has been because they've been paying for advertisement with them. And I've told the Yelp salespeople, hey, just take me off your distribution list. I don't want to be called again. I'm not interested. We're focused on different marketing efforts. And right now, advertisement is not one of them. So we've been very fortunate. Again, we're just kind of starting out with Yelp. But starting out with Yelp, meaning it took us a long time to create that account just because of there's less control that you can have there, and it's not realistic. Meaning I probably sent out, when I started the account, probably like 22 emails out for people to leave a review on Yelp, and only 5 of them got displayed. For Google My Business, they would display the whole 22 reviews. We have way more than 22 reviews on Google My Business. But that was more realistic. And to me, I enjoyed that and having control over that. And it is a true reflection of my business. So again, everyone has different preferences. I just want to tell you guys from my personal experience, I was not a fan of Yelp. I'm still not like sold, by using Yelp. I don't think I will ever pay for Yelp advertisement just because it's not, I don't really agree with their algorithm, and I'm not really into, all the sales pitches that I get from their reps. Now, Amazon, that works if you have an e-commerce website or you're selling products maybe on Amazon. Definitely get reviews on Amazon. People research so much. Trustpilot is the last one I recommend. And there's thousands of review platforms out there. I'm only giving you guys just a few that I think are the best ones. So Trustpilot is a review partner that is trusted by Google, meaning that Google's algorithm will likely reward businesses that list here on Trustpilot. And I've seen a lot of companies that really focus on Trustpilot than any other review platform. And I'll tell you right now, their SEO, their online visibility is phenomenal. It's legit. And they're pretty strict, not as strict as Yelp, but what they do is they do require your customer to create an account to put in their information, personal information, just to make sure they're legit. Now, if there's anything that flags that they're not legit, right? They'll make that known to the customer, but it's a great experience for the customer, even for the business owner or the marketing professional that sets up the Trustpilot account. So look into that. Also, they make it very easy for website developers to embed Trustpilot reviews on your website. So that's also a plus. Okay. So I would say if you were to focus on anything, and again, it depends on the nature of your business, depends if you're selling products or services, but as a service provider, Google My Business, Yelp, and Trustpilot.